What's going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black, of course. I'm here with another video. I want to talk about Michael Strahan again. For those of you who are already subscribed to this channel, you know I produced a video about Michael Strahan and why he didn't marry Nicole Murphy. If you want to see that video, I'll leave a link in the description, all right? Very detailed video. Y'all go and check it out. But this video is going to be on a situation I spoke briefly about in this video. I spoke about his situation with his ex and the support situation. But, coincidentally, just a couple days after producing that video, Michael Strahan is back in court. Okay? He's back in court because his ex has brought him back for more money. Because both of the daughters that he has, they are 15 and they're about to turn 18 in a couple years. And she sees the writing on the wall, similar to 50 Cent's try to get his support extended for 2 years. I think she was denied. But here we are with his ex taking him back to court. Now, this is according to TMZ. All right. Michael Strahan is going to war with one of his ex-wives over support. And the ex-NFL superstar just arrived to court in Manhattan for a hearing on the issue. Our sources connected to Michael say he is not behind on his support payments to his ex-wife, Jean Mugly. However, she is presumably seeking to increase the monthly payments. The standoff between Michael and Jean, his second ex-wife, who he has twin daughters with, Sophie and Isabella, who are now almost 15. Jean and her attorney, Shannon Simpson, from the law firm Cohen Clare, was also present for Monday's hearing. Michael is obviously doing very well for himself. Following his lucrative Hall of Fame career in the NFL, he is now hosting Good Morning America and 2 other shows on ABC. It seems like Jean is seeking an increase based on his increased income, which is one of the major issues with a lot of these men getting divorced. Because when they first have these particular separations, right, they pay these women, they give them settlements, and they have a monthly support payments that they are doing, and that's you would think that's the end of it, right? But you're wrong. These women, whenever it suits them or when their money is running low and they see you're happy, you've moved on, you're making a lot of money, even the child support payments they get every month doesn't hurt their pockets. Those women go back for more money because they're greedy and they're lazy. Okay, and this is why you see successful men not seek to marry most women these days, especially young men, men in their 20s and 30s. And you got women who are upset about that. Well, because these men want to cover themselves. This is why they ask for prenups. The reason why he didn't marry Nicole Murphy is because she didn't want a prenup. Now Michael is all but giving up on marriage so far. Now he's dating women who are younger, and he's just being a bachelor because there's no point in being women who just want you for your money. And I think his ex-wife wanted him for his money. It's unfortunate, but that's what it looks like. For you to have had already a settlement worked out years ago, now you want to come back for more money, and the courts allow this. This is why you have men on social media speaking out about marriage, not wanting to get married. Now, again, if you ain't got the funds to get married, you shouldn't get married anyway. You shouldn't even be in a relationship, period. But this is why you have guys who say, you know what, I am not getting married. I don't want to go through this. Because you will have one settlement worked out once you separated, and then years later, when she ain't got no money running low, she ain't working, she know them kids are about to turn 18, so she wants to go back to try to get more money. That's what it seems like to me. All right. Let's see. Michael and Jean married way back in 1999, but they split in 2006, and the divorce was nasty. Their divorce proceedings dragged on for months, and the judge eventually awarded awarded Jean $15.3 million and set Michael's support for the daughters at $18,000 per month. So that's the type of deal she got. All right, now there was an update. All right, there's a couple of updates. It says the hearing is over, and we just got Michael walking out of the courtroom with his bodyguard leading the way. Michael, you got a bodyguard, bro? Anyway, once the hearing began, the judge cleared the courtroom with the exception of Michael, Jean, and their attorneys. Our sources say there was no ruling today on support, and the judge set the next court date for October. All right. Sources connected to Jean claim she is indeed seeking back support. The source described it as certain obligations Strahan has failed to cover, even though the 2009 settlement calls for him to do so. However, sources in Michael's world tell us the suit Jean filed in NY is not an effort to enforce unpaid support. Instead, it's a suit to modify their prior settlement, meaning increase the monthly payments. We're also told Jean filed the same suit last year in North Carolina, where she lives with their girls, but there's been no decision yet in that state. It's still, North Carolina is very conservative, but very fair, because I did a video a while back on my Basic Social Politics channel about a guy who was awarded $8 million because his wife was messing around on him. So North Carolina is a very fair state. They don't just side with you because you're a woman. So she may have a difficult time getting money out of him there. Maybe if she was in New York or California, maybe it'd be easier. But I just want to say this just shows you, man, this woman is greedy. She's lazy. She hasn't moved on. You know what would be really interesting is if she's in a new relationship and the guy she's with doesn't make a lot of money, and they're probably living way beyond their means, which what it looks like is what they're living beyond their means. From what I understand, I spoke about in the other video, Michael went back to court after having to pay her $15 million, and he won a decision, but they didn't specify exactly that. I may have to go back and look, but I know he went back to get it modified and they agreed, but I don't know if he still paid the $15 million. Maybe he did, but I want to say this: when it comes to Michael is a guy who has done very well for himself. But you divorced this guy in 2006. Okay, now maybe you got a nice settlement check. You were getting you still are getting $18,000 a month. I don't think he owes back support, because if Michael would have owed back support, you would have said something already. You got separated in 2006. If he wasn't making the monthly payments, you pretty much would have said something already, or we would have heard news stories about Michael not paying his support. But we haven't. I think you have a situation of a woman who is greedy, a woman who wants to go and take more money out of his pockets because she realizes that their twins are about to be 18 in a couple years, and she ain't getting no more money. She probably already ran through the $15 million, if that's what she got. I think, from what I understand, Michael got it modified, but I'm pretty sure she got something close to that amount. And the fact that you've run through that money and you're getting $18,000 a month, and you still want to go back to court years later because you broke, that's sad to me. That's really sad to me. But again, this shows you why women, why a lot of females should not, question why a lot of successful men, because a lot of women say they want successful men, are choosing to just be bachelors and not get married. They don't want to get married because they don't want to be in a situation where you separate from somebody, and all of a sudden that person, comes back, wanting more money, and unfortunately that's what happened in this situation. And this has happened before. There have been plenty of news stories about women who go back to try to get support from guys that they don't win the lottery, or years later when the guy remarries. And it just shows you, man, in our society, you have all of these different, things that females have been rewarded over the years. Obviously rewarded, but they have been boosted in society, as far as equality is concerned. They want equal pay. They want equality in the workplace, but they don't want to do the work necessary to maintain it. Because it's not about equal pay. It's about being given what they aren't working for. They see us as men, we take care of our money. Women do not, for the most part. They don't take care of their money. And because they don't take care of their money, they want to go and leech and complain and not really, again, do the things necessary in order to help themselves, So I want people to understand, man, when it comes to dealing with separation, when you are a man of means, you see why a lot of guys who have means just choose not to get married, because they don't think it's worth it. And I don't blame them. You separated in 2006, but here you are, once again, looking for money because you haven't taken the funds that you've gotten from him and started your own business. Maybe you have, maybe it failed. You see, in 2006, your dirt couldn't be revealed. But I'm pretty sure nowadays, Michael's representatives, they're going to put all that information out there. There are probably websites writing stuff about you now, because Michael is a very likable guy, and you're going to be seen as the villain just by looking at the article and some of these articles I read, because I've read 2 articles so far as of recording this, because I'm going to go back and read some more. They're going to see you as the bad guy. Okay, because they see Michael as a guy who's likable. He was just at the Kids' Choice Awards with his twins. So yeah, your info is going to be put out there. People are going to wonder how you squandered the millions you got from him. The fact that you're getting support every month, and here you are once again seeking more money. It doesn't make any sense. But in the mindset of females like her, most things never really do.